guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Europa Universalis for Great Britain. Where we last left off, someone was coming home from France. That's good. We were pressing. We will go to the political map mode. We had finished up pretty much what I want to accomplish in the New World. Supposedly, yeah. So it doesn't look like the colonial nation gets a claim on those territories, which is too bad. I was looking forward to seeing British Mexico just absolutely curb stomp the remnants of the Aztecs. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Hopefully here, the Cuban Second Army, Augustus de Clifford, can help out with the Aztec patriots, and we won't lose a chunk of Mexico. That would be devastating. Anyway, so where we last left off, as you can see, we have British Columbia, British Cuba, British Mexico, the 5 colonies, and Newfoundland. All set, all on the go. I guess we're going for Algonquin. It's quite a large army to leave in the middle of nowhere. And we have begun the quest east for the riches of the old world. Or I guess Asia would be the correct terminology to use there. The old world's Europe, and we've already colonized that. So yeah, so we're going to be pushing east. Once we snag an actual true colony in this part of Africa, we'll have to go along and grab something along here, either colonize or just take over the Congo. I'm not sure which yet, but at least the Congo, they're Christian, so that should be easier to colonize, or at least conquer, because that'll be one less thing for them to be bitching and complaining about. And then from there, we're somehow going to have to sneak around and get to the eastern side of Africa, whether that's going to be through the little unclaimed bits here. I'm kind of tempted to go for Madagascar. Now, the natives are absolutely massive, and they're aggressive as all get out. But if we can capture Madagascar, that's going to leave us in a very good position to springboard into Ceylon, and then potentially the rest of India, or further on eastward into lands unknown. Pretty exciting. But step one for all of this to actually work is to get the Gold Coast up and running as a colony. And we're going to continue to send colonists out in the New World as well. See if we've got any ideas that's going to make that easier. No. We've already got a free colony from exploration, so one would assume we would need to take something like expansion. We might be getting expansion the next administrator, or the next thingamabooper. Ideas. The next idea unlock will probably go for expansion, so we can get another colonist right off the bat and flesh out North America and Africa, Asia. I was going to say Eurasia, but that's not right. And I don't know how to combine Africa and Asia into one geographical term. So, Africa? Screw it. That's enough dilly-dallying. I don't need that view up, thank you. Although maybe I do. We do have a lot of money. And money is good to spend on buildings in England. So we could go along with the basic buildings. I think I've got all level 1 stuff. Not really. We could do with some more training fields. And obviously barracks. But what I'm thinking of, I just want to see. We do have all markets. So that's a thing. Manufactories and unique buildings. I don't know if I've got much of a need for the embassy. +1 diplomat, and hostile core creation on us, +10%. You know, doesn't really seem like anybody's going to be taking our land. Maybe colonially, but I kind of doubt it. A fine arts academy might not be a bad thing to plop down, but I'm looking at things like naval manufactories and weapons manufactories, textile manufactories, and farm estates. So if we look at what's going to be the most productive, or the most profitable, textile manufactories went out. And I'm a little biased towards textile manufactories because of the incredible role textile manufactories played on the Industrial Revolution. and the British textile industry. So on that note, I think Essex is going to get itself a textile manufactory. So in wool or cloth, it's going to double the goods produced. We've got cloth, which is even the good kind. Not just getting cheap here. So let's plop down a textile manufactory in Essex. And they are a bit of an investment, but we should be able to afford another one soon. And then that should show up on the map as a completely new and unique building, which is pretty exciting. In fact, we don't need the political map for now. Let's see, what else could we do? How is our fleet? Our fleet is probably not doing that well. We are well below our fleet cap, and if we take a look at our trade fleet, actually... Yeah, Chesapeake? No, the Atlantic trade fleet. These are good old-fashioned caravels, so they are very out of date, and only 18 of them. What we might be doing is taking these old, outdated ships, getting an explorer, and going to explore Asia. Well, we build up a new trade fleet. Let me just check quickly. No, that would be ridiculous. We have early frigates. We are going to be getting big-sized frigates soon, so we're going to wait. And I know I say that every time I go to build a fleet. I will just wait. Well, get used to it. My queen, we have finally managed to convert the heretics of Leinster. Wonderful. So what do we have left? We've got Munster and London. So to get London, I have a feeling we're going to need some seriously high stability. National decisions available. Let's take a look at this. Colonial expansion. Promote colonial expansion by introducing a resettlement program. So, global settler increase by 5? I don't see why not. Pass the Liquor Act. Introduce regulations for the sale of gin by imposing license fees for any gin retailer and prohibit them from selling to unlicensed merchants. More tax is good. Establish a naval convoy system. Adopt a convoy system for vessels carrying gold and other exotic goods from our colonies to prevent pirates and privateers from disrupting our trade. Morale of navies, prestige from naval battles, and global tariffs. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. And now what have we got here? Declare blasphemy. So that'll give us increased missionary strength. That might not be a bad thing to do now. And discourage nonconformists. That's going to give us not much tolerance of heretics, but that might give us the edge we need to get London, and it will. It will take a long time, but we've got that edge on London now. The term is up for Governor Oliver Proctor. Oh, that's a shame. That is a wicked name. As usual, I'm going to fret and mull over Liberty Desires. So let's find Cuba. They're at a whopping 18%. Oh, no, that's tariff efficiency. They're at a whopping 19%. So am I reading... If I pick a new one... Yeah, if I pick a new one, it causes craziness? I guess so. Well, I'm sure I've figured that out before, but I figured it out again. Yay, me. No, we're definitely not going to release any of them. And you can see we're only getting 7 ducats a month, I would assume. So, you know, increasing tariffs, it might not be a bad idea. But, again, like, I mean, British Mexico here, we could boost tariffs on them, because they're only at 4%. Same with Newfoundland. I don't think Newfoundland's producing any goods that we would want at the moment, but that is a really good idea for Mexico. Let's get another textile manufacturing town here. There we go. Oh, hello, Central Europe. More men for the army. Our policy of favoring quantity over quality is paying off. As of today, yet more men come available for the army. Wonderful. So unfortunately, our maximum is still a measly 57, so we should definitely do something about that, and we shall. There we go. That should boost that up a little bit. Then we can put barracks in, and the whole lot. That should be a no contest, really. All right, we got that. We got that in the bag. This is going to take forever to settle in the Gold Coast. Oh, but look at that. We got a little crocodile up there. Watch yourself, guys. You don't have those back home. And I noticed, as I was panning around, it looks like the Netherlands have finally entered the colonial game, which is pretty exciting. My Queen Catholic Zealots have risen up in Munster. That shouldn't be a problem. 7 of them. We'll probably wind up crossing a river here, but I don't see a way to not cross a river. So, get marching, Army of Ireland. You should be able to handle these guys quite effectively. One thing I do want to check out, Friesland is still free. Allied with the Palatinate and Liege, but I imagine they are in the Holy Roman Empire. What? No, I don't want to go to a war with the Iroquois. What? You've got to be kidding me. You had like a bunch more men than they did. I'm very disappointed. Maybe I do need to give you a leader. Kings had to keep their unruly nobles in line through many methods. One of the most common was cold, hard cash. Nobles would demand increased pensions in exchange for relinquishing certain rights to the king. Well, we're going to accept that, because I don't want to lose stability at the moment. I guess we could get rid of our alliance with the Hansa. How powerful are they? They're not really powerful at all. And it looks like... that might be something to consider. Although losing out on one diplomatic point right now isn't really killing us, so that's fine. Our traditional fisheries are proving excellent grounds for the recruiting of sailors for our fleet. This is filtered through into better leadership in our navy. Alright, are you ready to... Nope, you're not. There we go. March across. That should be everybody, right? Yeah. Yay, Ulster, 1 true faith. That means we can go ahead and send them to London. Oh, come on. And that's that for that. Alright, we've got troops in both the provinces we're going to convert, which is good. So we'll just leave spending on max for military, and then we'll worry about it once all the conversions are done. Some of the local natives have been assimilated into the colony's population. With the additional population, we have a lot bigger faith in the feasibility of Gold Coast. I never had a doubt about the feasibility of Gold Coast, but we gained 100 population, which means we've basically gained 2 years worth of colonizing, give or take a few months. I'm okay with that. I'm worried about Spain here. I don't want them to push into the Congo. Alright. Let's try and get the last bit of our military buildings up. And actually... Oh, native assimilation in Algonquin. Look at that. People just want to join us. Are we still ahead of time? No, we're not. Okay. So we're about due to research the carbine. And let's just check on the colonies here. They haven't done much. Thankfully, the Aztec uprising amounted to nothing. And that's Algonquin is producing furs. That is wonderful news. I'm pleased. So what I'm interested to find out is if this colony will join Newfoundland once it becomes a city, or if it's going to start its whole own colonial process. And if it does, then we're going to have to get another conquistador to scout out further west and keep pushing in that direction. I would imagine, though, eventually the colonies will start exploring on their own. I hope. And, yeah, if they do, that's great news for us. With the discovery of the New World, we have entered what looks like our greatest period of prosperity. Invest in the naval force. Seem to get that a lot. One can only assume that England or Great Britain here just keeps going up and up and up. I hope. I hope that's the case. Ooh, ivory. Nope. That is exciting. I do like that. So I'm going to be Interested to find out what is in the other areas here. Gonna make a go for them if I can. But we're gonna need Gold Coast first. Excellent. So we're down to... You can go back to Meath. We're down to one final Catholic province in the entirety of Great Britain, and that is, of course, the capital, London. Let's just check our colonies. Everybody's Protestant in Newfoundland. Everybody's Catholic in the 5 colonies. That is interesting. Everybody is Protestant and being converted to it in British Mexico. Cuba is Catholic, and British Columbia is Protestant. So, interestingly, in our colonial things, religion is still split. Diplomats in our New World colonies report unrest along the frontier. The continued rapid expansion of settlers have greatly angered neighboring native tribes. If it is in our best interest to keep good relations with these tribes, we must restrict our colony's expansion. It isn't. It is not. So, I don't care about Aztec's opinion of me. Let them expand freely. In fact, please take over the entire region. Oh, we got some cocoa. So that's good. We got chocolate, we got coffee, we got gold. British Mexico is the jewel of the empire. Now that's not... Okay, that's what's left of Burgundy. Alright. I guess that is Burgundy, and this is obviously red. Let's turn that off so it's not confusing. All the little hamlets slowly growing up. Oh, we can get another manufactory down. Oh, and we can get an investment in technology. So we will go with the military technology of carbines. Huzzah! And that should be, what, 11 years ahead of time? So we've got tons of time to invest in other things. And I do believe Gallop Cavalry has come along. The pistol-armed Caracol Cavalry came to dominate European cavalry tactics in Eastern Europe, although the traditional shock-action cavalry style of the Hussars was still in use. Armies trained in the Western European warfare quite often came out second best in combat against these units. Born out of the bloodshed of the Polish Wars, the Swedish army developed a different kind of unit. The Swedish Gallop Cavalry. Although still armed with pistols like the Caracol, they did not discharge the pistols as preliminary to shock action, but as part of the charge itself. The results were devastating during the 30 years, I'm guessing 30 years war, forcing the Imperial Caracol Cavalry to adapt very quickly. I like it. And I thought we got new... Nope, that is cavalry still. So let's show outdated. And right now we're sitting with the chambered demi-cannon, which is way up there, and so now we've got our leather cannons, which have slightly less defensive fire, less shock, but more offensive morale. So I think we will go with the leather cannon, which sounds crazy. You know, a cannon made of leather, but we'll go with it. Because, hey, those Swedes know what they're doing. And in fact, we will go and get ourselves another textile manufactory on the go. Which I hope will boost income. Like, it should double the income of Essex and wherever else it's going. At least the production income. Oh, we can see some trade is leaving London. A little bit is being sent into Antwerp, but we should be collecting most of it here, I would imagine. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so I can let a little bit slide through. Whatevs. I'm not concerned about it. And you guys shouldn't be concerned about it either, because we're still making money. And in fact, let's take a look at this. So this colonial maintenance slider, apparently I can adjust it accordingly. But the amount of money I'm saving isn't really a lot. So I'll just keep it at full, because I like wasting money. My god, come on. I wish there was a way to just, like... If there's one thing I miss about EU2, it's the way colonialism worked in that game compared to this. I guess we'll keep him. I'm okay keeping Mr. Wolf. Right? So yeah, so way back in the day with EU2, you would have just a set amount of colonists that you could send, and the colony would grow on its own, but you could boost it by sending along a settler. And it was nice. I like that. I wish such a thing was still around. 553. Yeah, we'll keep him kicking around. Sure, it goes up a bit, but damn, those are good rulers. And I mean, really, as long as things don't get up into the 20-25% range, we should be fine. In fact, we should be fine all the way up to 50. I'm probably worrying about nothing, but it is what I do. Let's just check on Algonquin here. We're almost done there, which is great. So I'm thinking perhaps it might not be a bad idea to put an explorer in charge. Now, we've got religious and economic ideas, but I definitely want that administrative technology, so we're going to wait. And I am sitting here not using my diplomats to any sort of good use whatsoever, so let's just take a look and see who doesn't like us. Portugal, well, yeah, competing great power, all that other stuff. We like the Netherlands, they do not like us, though. What am I worried about, though? No, Spain, that ain't gonna be a thing. Why does Austria not like us? Evangelical Union. Ah, of course, of course, of course. Okay, so basically, with the way the religious game has gone, we've definitely cemented ourselves into the Protestant camp, which isn't all that great. No. No, 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 no. Oh, you bastard French. Alright, well, that's fine. They can take the crappy, cold northern territories. They're welcome to that, and I don't think this land is ever going to be colonized here. Again, much like Connecticut, bit of a glitch with the expansion coming along. So, sorry about that, but the world is not going to be fully colonized, no matter how successful anyone is. In periods of prosperity and peace, we need a shakeup. I don't really care that much about stability anymore, as long as it doesn't go into the red, because we're almost done converting everybody. So, that's exciting. What is he at? 141. We could just toss in another diplomatic candidate in British Columbia there. Again, I probably could have kept the same guy, but screw it. Man, oh, that is 9 years ahead of time? Oh, no wonder we're... Yeah, that's going to be a while before that fleet comes along. Okay. Well, I still feel like I should wait. Yay! So Algonquin has indeed joined up with Newfoundland. That is exactly what I had hoped for. That is great news. But now, not being able to send anybody there, I guess we could try and flesh this out and expand the 5 colonies a bit. 3. So yeah, these 2 lands here, Kennebec and Arsiganatigoke, these 2, they're not going to be claimed. So there's always going to be a permanent border between New France and the 5 colonies, which is nice. Well, maybe one of those would be good. I don't know, or maybe there's always Florida. I don't know if that would join Cuba or not. That would be interesting to find out. And then there's all this land up here. But I'd like British Mexico to focus on the Aztecs, and it seems like after that event, that is likely to happen. So, what might not be a bad idea? No, what am I doing? We should really look to expanding eastward. Oh, Spain, you bastards. I see what you're up to. You don't think I don't know the game you're playing? That's not really far enough. Oh, that is a dangerous spot right there. But I mean, we're going to need it. We can see Spain's already wrapping around here, and I cannot send any units there, so we need to go here, right? Like, I imagine that's going to be at the very end of our colonial range. Where did that go? Yeah. We're going to need a port there. 787, it's 6, so, yeah, once that becomes... Well... Wait a tick. Is that claimed? Damn you, Portugal! Where am I going to put Napoleon when I have him? Yeah, we don't want to go into South America. So... This is not easy. See, the thing with putting a colony here is I'm going to need to split this force up. I need to leave people here in case of any native uprisings. So, yeah, we'll have to split our forces and then grab our one and only transport fleet and send them down this way. Hopefully I can grab some land before Spain gets all annoying. Yeah, we'll offer a sign-up bonus, right? Yeah. Let's just check that manufactory should be done, and there it is! There's our little fabric place. Oh! Hello! So if I remember correctly, and I do, Bohemia's Protestant. And they are now the Emperor. That is exciting. They're also a friend of ours, I think. Yes, they are an alliance. So to celebrate properly... no, we'll send him a gift. Just be like, hey, congratulations. Look at that. They'll like us a bit more if we send them half of our treasury. But hey, I'm okay making Bohemia there a little bit of a stronger power against Austria. Obviously, for the war for the vassalship over Friesland, we're going to need an ally, and Bohemia is going to be a great, great ally to use against Austria, if and when that war ever happens to take place. Okay, so we can take the First Army. Get on your boats. And we can safely send the colonist now. We'll check on that in a moment. First Army can land there. Perfect. Okay. Now the main fleet can head home. And we can go rebel hunting. I'd like those guys to replenish their losses. What are you? 335. Wow. Yeah, we'll keep you around for sure. Nope. Colleges and mints. Huzzah! All abound. Alright, next up will be universities and a new idea group. Now, what is a college? I mean, not, you know. I imagine I will need courthouses. To see. Let's go to buildings. Yes. So a special building in the category of government. So I would imagine we need courthouses, spy agencies, and town halls. Alright, well, we'll hold off on that. Because I'll put, you know, those things in whatever. I'll figure that out in a bit. man, I bought some donuts and the smell is just wafting over. They're just like, eat me. What? This again. Alright, well thankfully they didn't put up much of a fight. And once our morale gets up, all the way up, all the way up, there we go, we'll just assault. And now it's not even a problem anymore. Go back to England. You bastards. That's a bit annoying. Find that slightly hard to believe. Just because they lay siege to a place. Cleansing of heresy, Portugal, Spain, Congo. Burn the heretics! Yeah, well. As tempting as it is to go to war with Spain right now over Luanda, I think we can agree that it'll be best if we just let ourselves peacefully coexist for now. And worry about, you know, bigger colonial wars when the time comes. A military idea, eh? That does not seem like a bad idea. So... yeah, we'll go for it. Because it is going to be a while for those next set of texts. 7 years out. Catholic zealots again. See, we're going to kick their... oh, no, we killed them this time. That's good. I guess it's because I have a general. Natives uprising. The naval supply production in one of our colonies has come into focus. Let's tax it. Battle for the Gold Coast. Unsurprising. Victory for Great Britain. I wonder what we're going to get out of this province here. Hopefully something good. Come on, Mexico. Start taking care of the rest of the Aztecs. Actually, while I'm over here, let's go ahead and... nope, we need more military power. There we go. Well, we should have access. Ask for military access. Yay. Really? So, but... oh. Derp. That was silly of me. Oh, good. So the 5 colonies are expanding. The 5th colony. That's exciting. Salut! That's definitely not the word there. What can I say? I saw it and I was like, hey, that's gotta be it. So there we go. We have made it all the way west to, well, basically Ontario. So we should grab Salut here. I might just change the name of it. Purely because I'm an idiot. Yeah, we'll keep going. We'll send you there, and then we'll send you back home. There we go. We'll get a bit more. Alright, we got our diplomat back. Native assimilation in Ovimbundu. I'm guessing that's there. Yep. So we got a couple more settlers there. We're almost done in the Ivory Coast, or the Gold Coast. That's producing ivory. Whatevs. Whatevs. Nope. Might as well get our last textile manufactory down. Perfect. Now, Great Britain's just ready for the Industrial Revolution. Before 1650. So, suck it, world. Our only advisor has died. So we should probably look at hiring some new ones here. Spy offense, that doesn't really matter. Better relations over time. Yeah, that sounds good. What have we got up here? Yearly prestige is always good, and he's cheap, so that's good. We'll take him. And we don't really need any of those, so we'll just leave it. Leave it like it is. We'll wait. We'll wait for those guys to be done. Although getting a couple barracks down might not be a bad idea. I don't really care about trade depots or canals. Forts might not be a bad idea either. Counting houses. Are you actually going to get me any more money that's worth it? Yes, you are in some of these places. But that's administrative tech. I don't really want to spend that. I need to advance. Regimental camps. We'll go with barracks. And Meath could use a barracks. It's all about the slow, controlled growth in my head. Come on, you can make it back. Yay, more natives are joining. So there we go. We can see what direction we can be taking. Ah, salut. Kent! Yay. So London should be done pretty quickly here. Well, relatively quickly. New governor in Cuba again? This means we're going to have a whole whack of these things. Okay, well we can, do we want to keep Oliver? I mean, he's doing a good enough job. Our prestige, yeah, we'll keep him. We'll keep him. Just make the Cubans happy. I wanted something cool and exciting, and I got grain. That's neither cool nor exciting. So that's a bit of a letdown. But it is what it is. What have we got here? The War Galleon. So we are 6 years ahead of time. That doesn't matter. We're going to be upgrading our fleets. Excellent. And Royal Palace and Refinery, great. I don't really care about any of those. I think those have to go with wine or sugar. And since I'm not producing either in my main lands, not going to be all that helpful. But what is going to be helpful is a shipbuilding program of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should make for quite a good Pacific Trade Fleet. Although by the time they're done, we might want to build more. Natives lost to ferocity in Gold Coast. Good. It is of the utmost importance to defend things. These guys are still cruising, doing their thing. We have no colonists to spare. Aztec has left the military coalition against us. I don't know who else was in that coalition, Aztecs, but there you go. Ooh, I see the game you're playing, Portugal. You want to get in between British Columbia and British Mexico. That is not cool, dude. Of course, I'm kind of getting up in their grill, so they might as well get up in mine. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely moving in here. So what might not be a bad idea is to start expanding British Columbia. Maybe starting in Tunja just to try and keep the borders clean? I don't know. Several of the leading members of the government are deeply worried about some changes proposed to how the realm should be ruled. They demand a stop to such outrageous reforms based on our tried and proved traditions. Naturally avoiding mentioning how the changes would impact their own power base. Except, no, ignore them. That should be coming along quick. By the end of next year. Oh, and we got the beginnings of our Atlantic trade fleet set up here. So let's just move all these guys to Glamorgan. And you too. Okay, and I think that'll be 12. I think I'm going to boost it up to 18. So it's the same amount of ships that are there right now, but they're going to be just wholesale much better. So we're going to need another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. And this should be getting close. We're getting real close to a lot of things here. 90% done. It's great. We're almost done on the Gold Coast. That's even better. And our new trade fleet. Oh boy, the new trade fleet. Yeah, they're still uprising, huh? They don't understand. They don't understand the reality of the situation. And I've got to say, Essex has proven to be quite a good shipbuilding location. Yay! Excellent. Let's head on over. And we don't need you to build ships. You're already a core. That's great. So the first thing we're going to do is probably... Oh, man, it's been a long time since I've had to do anything like this. We're going to put earth ramparts up. Because that's just a good defensive idea. I imagine, you know, African colonies are going to be pretty popular amongst my competing colonial rivals? Yeah, rivals is the word I'm looking for there. Now, let's check that. Ha 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 ha! Alright. We can begin, we'll just get rid of that, the process of colonizing Madagascar. First, by taking the one and only transport fleet we have, the glorious Royal Navy, and going to the Gold Coast. And it looks like the rest of these navies are done. The rest of these ships. Alright, yeah, well, they're going to be ungrateful, aren't they? There we go. So, we are going to take... Nope, not that fleet. Where's our other one? This one, the Atlantic Trade Fleet, is now going to be the Royal XP... Actually, you know what? The Royal Asian Squadron. And they can go ahead and return home. And this will become the new Atlantic Trade Fleet. We're going to go protect trade in Western Europe, which is dominated by the Portuguese, apparently. So we'll see if our new frigates can... Yeah, and indeed they can. So we have pulled the balance of power away from Portugal and back into proper English hands. And is that the trade fleet? No, those are caravels. I want to check out the frigates. Ah, look at those. Look at those mighty two-deck gunships. Going to protect all sorts of trade. All right. Okay, get on your boats and sail to here. Hello, Spain. Oh, British Mexico. You guys came a long way out. I mean, I appreciate their show of support with the homeland. The governor of Cuba has suddenly died. We'll send a diplomatic. Winston Howard, I believe his name was. It's a good name. Man, Portugal has just gone crazy in southern Africa here. But that's okay. We'll let them have it. Our love of the true faith knows no bounds, and our people feel secure and safe knowing this. Their fate after death is our #1 concern. Yeah. Alright. To prove it, we are going to send a whole bunch of heathens to die. And the Royal Navy can return home. There we go. And while I'm looking at it, I think I'm going to beef up the Royal Asian Squadron with some Royal Asian transports. There we go. So in just over a year, Philip Hudson will arrive in Minambi and begin his colonization of Madagascar, which should be a great addition to the British Empire. And we have indeed converted everybody in Great Britain to Protestantism. That is great. We're Anglican, we're kicking ass, and yeah, the Protestants aren't going to be taking over Europe anytime soon. But the important thing is, Britain is growing stronger by the day. So I have a feeling that is going to be a good place to leave the video. For now, let's go ahead, give her a good old-fashioned save. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.